What is going on? Everybody, we're here with another episode of the Troy Dynasty. We got 3 regular season games left until we get to the conference championship game, and we're playing the South Alabama Jaguars, which means Stormtrooper!
Glad to have you with us from the Port City, Mobile, Alabama, and Hancock Whitney Stadium. Little gets the blood boiling, quite like a rivalry game. Barbs, shots, trash talk, things that go on throughout the week will now all be settled on this field. It's the Troy Trojans and the South Alabama Jaguars. Reese Davis, David Pollock, and Jesse Palmer with you. Holly Rowe down on the sideline, and Holly, a little familiarity in this one.
Catching up with the Trojans head coach before the game, Coach said his message to the team this week is we've got to play every single game like it's a playoff game. They have done well in the conference so far, and he wants to continue that dominance, but consistency is the key. He keeps telling his team we just have to go 1-0 this week to keep that consistent approach going. Back to you.
Thanks, Holly. Looking forward to see how this one goes.
let's go.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25.
Let's go.
Headed for the Phillips. They come out strong, stopping for no gain on the opening play.
I like that.
Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. Right back to the well. Not much doing there. He gets it to the 26, a gain of 1. They're going to keep this drive going. They'll have to make a play on 3rd and long from the 26. Looking for a man. It's Davenport.
Oh,
the
catch
3rd
it.
down pass is knocked away by the D.
The hardest thing to do in football is to play on the road. So you want to get those fans as quiet as possible. That is a great opening possession for this defense, not giving up any big plays and forcing the 4th down.
Holds it in and looking upfield. He gets a block. Boy, did he show it all on that return. The speed, the explosiveness, and took a little momentum with him out of bounds. The Trojans offense takes the field for the first time in this game. And when these two guys are in sync the way they were a week ago, just a nightmare. It's a performance they hope they can repeat this week, Jesse.
But I think a big key in that last game is they linked up a couple times early, had some big plays, and then after that, David, it didn't seem like the quarterback was looking anywhere else. They're gonna...
Oh, he's got some space. And he's able to shed 1 tackle and pick up pretty good yardage.
Love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
That kind of pickup on 1st down, and you can take a shot here on 2nd and short. Makes the catch. It's White. They make the stop, but this passing game does some damage, and they move the sticks with the 1st down. And the Trojans have pushed it inside the 20. They'll run it in the red zone. It's Griffin. Defense right there to stop him in his tracks, and they get nothing on that play. They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. They feed him again.
End zone.
Got some room, headed to the goal line. He's into the end zone. Touchdown, Troy. The first score of the game for the man who leads the nation in rushing touchdowns.
You know, oftentimes in college football, the best offenses are the ones that can create explosive plays, just like you saw right there. They're top 10 in the nation in points per game because they don't have to drive the field. They've got dudes scattered all over this offense that can take it the distance on any given play.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line.
Woo.
The Jaguars offense ready to go back to work. They went 3 and out on their first possession, now to see if they can be more productive this time around. They'll run the RPO and fire to the right. Gets away from one, finds some space. Knocked out of bounds at the 46 after the good pickup on that one.
And it's frustrating as a defense when you give up that first down and you give up that pass play. But here we go with this offense. They're right back on the ball. You got to flush that. You got to get lined up, and you got to communicate.
Using the quick game. And the Jaguars
Had him a little too
second
aggressive.
and short to keep this drive moving. Keeping it on the ground inside.
Yeah,
It's
they got
Phillips.
inserting at the top to get me.
Dragged down, but they'll move the sticks for a first down. The Jaguars come to the line with a new set of downs. Tight end now in motion. That's caught. It's Hunter. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the play.
Okay.
Let's see if it stands.
It won't. It was my fault. Offsides again.
Good job by the QB there, using his cadence, using his clapping, trying to get this defense offside.
Defense a little too eager on that last one, and now it's 1st and 5. Caught in the backfield, it's Jenkins. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain. Still some work to do after that last completion at 2nd down. On the run, it's Phillips. Several defenders get an assist on that tackle.
That's a great individual play, and I love cornerbacks that don't just take pride in covering guys. I like guys that like to put their face in the fan and affect the running game. This dude is physical, and he impacts the defense because of it.
And those guys are really hard to find. A lot of corners, they're smaller. They don't want any part of the physical run game. Nice job sticking his face in there, setting the edge, making the tackle.
Now on 4th down and 5, they'll try to move the chains. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Downfield and incomplete. The defense holds.
And those 4th down stops are so huge for momentum to turn the ball back to your offense. Great pass defense, seeing the ball, breaking on it, swatting it down so the receiver couldn't make a play. Nice job by this defense.
Pulls it in. It's Worley. And he's brought
Yes,
down
sir.
after
Let's
a
go.
nice game.
That's just a very easy, comfortable throw for the quarterback. He knows he has his big target, the tight end, running across the field on the drag. Nice play.
They want to run this quarterback. There he goes. Good pickup there as he gets the first down, and they'll mark him at the 48. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Grab behind the line. It's locked. Quick throw, but he's not going anywhere. The defense was all over him. The Trojans with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Reads it, fires complete. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few.
And offenses nowadays, they're really just counting numbers. How many guys do you have out wide? How many guys do I have out wide? If I have enough guys to block your guys, boom, it's just built into the offense. Pitch, catch, let me get a few yards.
Throws to the wideout. Finds a man in the middle. They are on the move as they pick up the first down. They'll spot it at the 28. And the Trojans, after moving the sticks through the air, come to the line. We've reached the end of the quarter, and Troy is on top as we get a look at the numbers so far. So they'll go back to work after changing into the field. The run inside. It's Griffin. Got enough for the first. And he's brought down after a nice gain. The Trojans back.
Hold on. Put those up. No, you don't. Get. No. Boy. Okay. All right.
And on first down, let's see
go
if
back
they
to
keep
it.
leaning on this running game. To the ground, he's got it again. He's stopped at the 14-yard line, and they'll stay on the attack from there. Going to work in the red zone, they can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. Back to throw, it's Crowder. Almost intercepted. It'll fall incomplete. The defense almost came up with a turnover.
Line insert.
From the gun, running back.
There we go.
Down at the 4-yard line after that terrific run. And the Trojans are threatening on first and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. He's got it down to the 1-yard line right on the doorstep of Pater.
And I'm good with it. I like what the offense is doing. Be physical. I don't need to get pass happy down here on first and goal. Nice job believing in my running game.
Touchdown.
He's in. Touchdown, Troy.
Wow, this offense, they have a lot of faith in this running back. Knowing if they get down into this area of the field, he can get it done and he can answer the bell. 2 rushing touchdowns already for this offense.
Yes, sir. Let's go. Let's keep it rolling.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The Jaguars offense ready to start this drive. Now we'll get a chance to see if they can answer that last score, trailing by 14, Jesse.
Yeah, and at this point of the game, I feel like offensively, you should go back to what's been working for you in this game. Don't be afraid to dial up plays that you've already had success with, running it, throwing it. It's okay to repeat plays down 14 at this point.
And I would also say, Palmer, kind of understanding that my defense is not playing great, so I know offensively I got to put some good possession.
Makes a grab for a big play. And they're getting it rolling with that play to the 42-yard line.
And they're attacking the middle of the field. That's a big gain by the offense. And I know the big fella, I know it takes him a second to get going, but once he gets 8, 10, 12 yards downfield, those are big strides, and it's hard for people to keep up with them. Really nice job getting vertical. Nice play by the
Sack him. Good.
Pressure is effective from the defense. They knock him down just behind the midfield stripe at the 48. Now facing second and long after the defense came up with that sack. To the air, it's Davenport. Snagged in the middle, it's Jenkins. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker.
Now, you've seen the evolution of these slot receivers. They're just matchup nightmares. They're hard to get your hand on. A lot of times, they're off the football. You can't jam them. These guys are so productive, and offenses really feature their best players most time in those slot positions.
Incomplete. No.
The connection on third down thanks to that tough, hard-nosed pass defense, and now it's fourth down. The Jaguars will try to pin them back with the punt. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Catch is made at the 15. They stop him immediately, flying down the field and get to it before he can even get started. Troy's offense comes out ready to start this drive. They've come out smoking with touchdowns on each of their first 2 drives, and they're back to work now. Quarterback empties his backfield. Looking to throw on first down.
Oh my God, that would have been 6.
Is a busted play. Incomplete. Backed up now. Here's 2nd and long. Couldn't connect on first down. Now back to the air. Looking for a deep man. Hauls it in down the sideline. And a pickup of better than 30 yards on that completion before the defense brings him down. Looking to throw on first down. Got a man. It's Tate. Just what they were looking for, and he's got him set up in business at the 35 with a first down.
A nice passing game by this offense. The quarterback and the receiver on the same page, in time, in rhythm, creates the big play. And look at them, they're right back on the football, ready to run another play.
Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it dropping back, it's Crowder. Right on target this time. Powerful running as he trucks his way to the 28.
These wide receivers are so athletic out wide now. You're so worried about getting beat deep. And these slant routes, they can be a good changeup. I mean, just...
Maybe some room here. They get him corralled, but he carries it all the way down to the 7-yard line. The Trojans line it up with a 1st and goal. Looking to throw. Knew where he wanted to go with it, but couldn't find his target. It's incomplete.
Man, they could have flipped that field in a hurry, right? They've given up some yards. They're sitting in their own red zone. A chance to make a big play. Yeah, he could have made that interception and could have flipped this.
Caught. Crisp execution in the passing game, and they've got it down to the 3.
Well, short completion setting up 3rd down now. Who is your best playmaker that you can target in this area of the field?
They'll run it here on 3rd and goal.
The numbers are there to run, so we're going to run.
And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
Those crabs are good for catching fish. When you're at the beach, you can catch fish.
Here this Week 11 performance. And he makes the extra point. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. They've got a little time here to put together a productive drive late in the half. Looking downfield on first down. Gets rid of it. Makes the grab. It's Jenkins.
Wow.
Really good job to pick up a chunk.
I mean, in my defense, I did try to kill him.
To the 39-yard line. We're at the 2-minute timeout, and these guys really need to build a little momentum to cut into this lead before halftime. Dropping back, it's Davenport. Quickly out to the tight end. And a good job of coverage by that defense. Just a short pickup. And the Jaguars will hustle to the line. Wants to fire on 2nd down.
I like the idea by the quarterback there. You're trying to get this 1st down, so you find the tight end, see if he can make a guy miss or shake a tackle. Not able to get it done.
Just shy of midfield at the 47. The defense needs a 3rd down stop. They'll try to pick up the first through the air. They're working that left side. He gets it inside the 30 and out of bounds at the 29, and they are rolling. Not the most productive half for this offense so far, but finally starting to get it in gear. 1st and 10. Steps
sack, baby.
Now the offense wants to make sure everything's straightened out, and they call their first timeout. And now what will they come up with on this 2nd down play? They'll try to keep that sack from wrecking this drive here on 2nd and 15. Looking to fire. Finds his man. It's Hunter. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few. Now facing a 3rd and long. Looking to throw, and he needs a chunk play. Got his man. They stop him well short of the marker.
They're going to go for it. They're going to kick the field goal.
From the 27.
I call timeout so I can make the ball back. I'm getting it back after halftime. You know, if I can score twice.
They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. They'll have to settle for a field goal attempt. It's good. Easy call for the refs.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
On the move from inside his 5. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24.
Okay. All right, play with the seashells then, bud. All right. I got.
Here we go. They'll try to get something on the board here in the final minute of the first half.
There's nobody over there on him.
Looking for a man. It's Crowder. Makes the grab.
Found the guy that ain't covering and throw to him.
Gets it out to the 42-yard line. One big play, and now they've got it at the 42-yard line on first down. That's caught. It's Tate. Gets it inside the 40, brought down at the 39, and they can't stop the clock. Wants to throw on first down. Here's the pressure.
Jeez!
And down he goes.
I had
Timeout taken by the offense.
I had keys open across the middle because whoever was covering him decided to not cover him anymore.
For what's left in this first half. Looking for a huge play.
Bruh!
This is dropped. Incomplete pass. He had a huge gain in his fingers, and he couldn't hold on. Running out of time here in the first half. They're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. Pass is incomplete. The clock is down to 9. And the Trojans decide to punt it away. First punt of the day, and he'd love to lock them up close to their goal line. Here's the punt high into the air. And the coverage team down there to touch the ball. No return on this play. One more snap coming before halftime. Looking for room. It's Phillips. And he'll just get back to the line of scrimmage, and we have run out of time in the second quarter. We played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update. The Jaguars will try to kick this one deep to get things underway in the second half.
Oh, that was a safety, my friends.
Here's the return from inside his 10. And he did a good job bobbing and weaving and finding a little bit of running room on that return. What do you got on the sideline, Holly?
The Trojans head coach told me at the half he is not surprised this running back hit the Heisman pose in that mid-celly. He said he is continuing to be such a big, dominant figure on the field. He loves that he's got the confidence to strike the pose, but more importantly, have the kind of ground game that deserves all that attention. We'll see if he keeps it up here in the second half. Back to you.
Thanks, Holly. He's close to the first down, but they're going to mark him just a little short. The Trojans really need to keep this drive alive on third down. To the ground to try to move the chains. They thought they could just run it on third and short, but this defense was there to make the stop.
You can't let the same guy beat you.
Hold on a minute. The offense still out there going for it in their own territory. Using his feet. He's got enough, and they roll the dice on fourth down, and they keep the drive alive. In their own territory, but completely undaunted as they go for it and make it on fourth down.
It's crazy. I don't even think you have a second thought anymore. Even in your own side of the field, like, what, I'm going to have bad field position? Nah, I don't really care. We're going to go for it. We're going to play the numbers. We're going to be aggressive.
After the 3-yard pickup,
I'm in the middle of the field.
2nd and 7. Scanning the field, it's Crowder. Fires to the right. With the catch, it's White. And a nice grab there. Big pickup down to the 35-yard line. And the Trojans are marching down the field. Caught behind the line. It's Dortch. Nice gain on that play, but a little bit short of the first down. That last completion sets him up on second down. And it'll be incomplete. This defense
that
is
was
physical
a
and pass deep.
Well, the offense has had their way all game long up to this point. Finally, the defense is able to make a play. And I'll tell you, after that hit, that receiver is going to be thinking twice about running that route again.
Creates a little room. The change will move, and they'll have 1st and 10 from inside the red zone at the 18. He's racked up 92 yards rushing, and this guy's just having a tremendous season, leading the country in rushing. They've avoided the interception all day, but they were lucky to get that one back here late. It'll be second down.
Ooh, quarterback lucky that one wasn't picked. You got to be really careful down here in the red zone because these windows are small and defenders close on the ball. That one should have been an INT.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push to get some running lanes.
Touchdown,
There we go.
And the pummeling has started. There's a long and
I'm fine with that
history
win.
of great games between
I'm
these
fine
two
with that.
rivals, and this chapter adds another to that legacy.
I'm just kind of getting ready to get done with the regular season. What I think we're going to do next episode, y'all, is we're going to play the last 2 games. Probably either just all offense. You know what? No, we'll play key moments. We'll play key moments. Just because I'm ready to get done with... That's the best archetype to have in this game is tactician. I'm just kind of ready to get to conference games and playoff. So in the next one, we'll play the last 2 games. And we'll do with that one. So thank y'all for watching this episode of the Troy Trojans College Football 27 Dynasty. This is Coach Skull signing off. Peace.